What's going on, world? AJ here. Today on the show, we are wrapping up 2023 with a big old bow, talking about some of the ups and the downs, the challenges, and whatever on this episode. Just going to kind of give a retrospective view of 2023 and also talk a little bit about 2024. As always, get yourself a beverage. It's watermelon flavoring water right here. Get yourself a club soda. Put some flavor packets in there. You create a soda out of that. No calories. Probably at least 10. That's about it. Sit back, relax. As we talk about this past year and the upcoming year. Roll it. First of all, I gotta get, oh goodness, this chair. The hydraulics in this chair is pretty much done. It's awful. You gotta get a new chair. 2024 plan. Get a new desk chair. Be wonderful. So, did you like 2023? I did. For the most part. It's been a good year. Had some ups, had some downs. The biggest thing that I took away from this year is growth and being stretched. More so mainly financially. Financially, it was an awful year for us. Home repairs took priority. HVAC system was replaced because it pretty much died and was obsolete. And we also had, of course, at the end of the 2022, we had foundation work done for the major areas of the house that needed it done. We've gotten a new roof this year because it was pretty much shot. So we had medical bills pile up because of medical concerns. So yeah, financially it sucked. It's in the toilet, but we're making it work. We're going to get through it as always, and yeah, it's going good. Job-wise for this year, a lot of changes actually. I've been in 3 different positions this year actually. Let's start from the top. We had a restructure that was announced in February, which sparked the idea of going back to school and pursuing my goal when I was in high school to get into the computer field in IT. 20 plus years later, of course, I think I've probably talked about it before. 20 plus years later, here we are, never did. But my love and passion for technology never left. I always continued to learn on my own, YouTube as well, and just from various people throughout the years, and just understanding and learning the technology. And so around that time of the announcement of the restructure, I decided, well, I'm going to start looking at schools, and of course, that didn't really pan out too well, especially with all the financial hits that we've had early on. I found a cheaper alternative, Network Chuck, a YouTuber, and also has a website. Started watching his videos, started, experimenting and learning from that. Then I also stumbled upon ACIlearning.com. ACIlearning.com is pretty much a schooling for IT fields. You can watch videos, they're about 30 minutes max, give or take. They've got notes, they've got labs, they've got practice exams for the certifications. So you're looking at a total cost, if you do the full price yearly subscription, because it's subscription based. It's like Skillshare.com. If you heard of those, I did a video on that. I did a year of Skillshare.com learning videography, photography stuff. But you're looking at about close to $579 around that area. But they do have discount specials. I caught mine at a 30% off discount, so I dropped about $300+ to get access to all the courses, practice exams, and labs. Definitely worth the investment, and I've basically about done with CompTIA A. I got through the fundamentals. I'm about done with Core 1, and then Core 2 is coming up next. I still got labs to do. But yeah, so with that being said, after the restructure was done, I moved to a supervisor position for about 6 months until I noticed IT opened up a position for help desk within the company. Threw my application in there and started working for the IT department as of last month. So, yay me! So we are pursuing the dreams. I set out a goal at the beginning of 2023, and I ending the year in that exact field that I wanted to be in. Set goals, ladies and gentlemen. Work at it. Go for it. Do what you need to do to get your foot in the door somewhere. You know, it took me years to get there. But hey, never give up. Maybe 38. It's never too late to pursue a career that you want to go into. Doesn't matter how old or young you are. Just do it. But throughout the year, of course, we did take an actual family vacation. Probably the highlight of my year was that vacation and going to travel to, New Mexico, hiking Albuquerque in the New Mexico desert area with the volcanoes and seeing Arizona, the Grand Canyon, all that stuff. Great time, great week of getting away from here and work and just having a great experience. Definitely a big highlight of my year for sure. There's 3 videos I've made on that on our vacation trip. You can check those out. A lot of fun, a lot of great fun right there for me this year. As far as the YouTube channel is concerned, looking at the videos here, I got Festivus for the Rest of Us. Hope you enjoyed that holiday special. Thank you guys so much for those viewers of 28 views. Like I said, we're a small channel. I do this for fun. I do this on the side. It is what it is. But I appreciate those who do watch. Appreciate those who do stumble upon here and check it out. Even if you don't watch all of it, if you just watch 30 seconds of it, thank you. Seriously, thank you for the views. Appreciate it. Zelda month was a big hit. All right. The timeline one was definitely a big viewership for me for that one. A lot of people like to talk about the Zelda timeline. Castlevania Bloodlines took a huge hit for viewership for that one. It's a 2-part series. You gotta watch part 1 to get to Bloodlines, which is part 2. Why aren't you watching Super Castlevania 4? You know why? Because it's the same freaking game as Castlevania 1. Better graphics, more levels, better controls. Yeah, I pretty much say that in that video. Continue to scroll through, you had my video on Kirby's Dream Land. I probably need to do Kirby's Dream Land 2 at some point in 2024. Vacation, I did some Lego videos this year. We got more Legos coming. I got, if you see back there, that's Sonic. That's Sonic Legos back there on that bookcase with the loop-de-loop right there. Yeah. We got to talk about some Sonic Legos next year, and I'll probably throw in the Star Wars Legos as well as a video on all of the Legos of Star Wars. It's just going to do the theme, not just individual sets. We're going to do the same thing for Sonic because I got two Sonic sets actually: the Death Egg robot and the $100 one, whatever that one's called, of Green Hill with the loop and Dr. Eggman and his little craft thingy. So we got some stuff planned for next year. A couple new games I got for Christmas. Metal Gear Solid. Love it. Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, and Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, plus a couple of the, MSX games, I believe is what it's called, and of course the NES games on here of Metal Gear. So it's actually pretty packed with some gaming on here, so it's a good time. I'm actually playing all 3 Metal Gear Solid games at once. I'm in the middle of Metal Gear Solid. I prefer the Twin Snakes because I started with Twin Snakes of the Metal Gear series when they re-released it on the GameCube. Twin Snakes is definitely a lot better than the original PlayStation version. This is so arcade. It's difficult, especially when you don't have the first person shooting ability. That makes it a lot more easier for you to manage, and the graphics are better when you play Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. It's pretty much Metal Gear Solid 1. It's exactly the same game, except better graphics, better gameplay. But Metal Gear Solid PS1 version is so archaic on this. I really wish they updated it to the newer one. I really do. It was a lot better, you know. Yeah, it has some over-the-top acting on some of it. And a lot of Matrix moves with some of the choreograph stuff on it. But it's crazy how that is. So, you know, and because it took notes from Metal Gear Solid 2, which when I played Metal Gear Solid 2, which I'm in the very beginnings of it still, I'm like, oh, it feels so much better gameplay-wise. Same thing when it comes to Snake Eater on Metal Gear Solid 3. Gameplay-wise, it's much better than Metal Gear Solid. But I like Metal Gear Solid. I'm powering through it. I just got through Sniper Wolf. I'm in the torture chamber area with Ocelot. That's pretty much where I'm at with it. Next game I got up, Sonic Superstars. We'll probably talk about this probably early 2024 once I get it completed. I like it, but the music's not the best because it reminds me of the mobile ports of Sonic the Hedgehog 4, and that's why I don't like the music. But other than that, it's pretty good. It's pretty solid. It's no Sonic Mania. I prefer Sonic Mania over this. I don't mind the 2.5D art style. It's enjoyable. You know, the levels are not rehashed levels of classic Sonic games. Thank God for that. And definitely opens up the world for exploration. The ability to play Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, and Amy is pretty nice. They did include Amy on Sonic Origins in the classic games, which is a nice touch. I wish they include Mighty the Armadillo and Ray the Flying Squirrel as well, because since they were in Sonic Mania. But anyways, the Chaos Emeralds are definitely a nice touch upgrade because each emerald has its own special ability once collected. And I do like how they have created how you get the Chaos Emeralds. It's unique on this one, and it's really nice. Look at me already reviewing this game. But as far as the boss fights are concerned, take it or leave it. It's not like classic boss fights where I can just rapidly hit Eggman 8 times and call it a day. No, there's patterns involved and strategic planning, and my God, it gets annoying at times. But that's Sonic Superstars. We'll talk about it in a review when we get there. Another thing we got for Christmas is this controller right here, Bluetooth controller. What? Here we go. So this is actually a surprise I got from my mom actually with this. It's multifunctional elite controller. You can find it on Amazon for about $40 for this. But the cool thing about this controller is it's not just a PC controller, all right, that you could plug into your computer or, you know, Bluetooth it into your computer. It is also able to work on your mobile phone. I tested it and it works. I can play Symphony of the Night mobile port with a controller instead of, you know, doing what I've been doing, using touchscreens. So maybe I'll get that review out for Symphony of the Night next year. No, I'm not. But it also works on a Nintendo Switch. Yeah. So I can use this on 3 different devices. It is amazing, and it feels really good, except for this D-pad. The left button is kind of weird for some reason, but the rest of it feels nice. Like, gives you that feeling. This one doesn't. I don't know what's up with that, but it doesn't. But it works. Nothing wrong with it. It works. So, but yeah, that's a awesome gift right there for sure. And yeah, so 2024, you know, let's kind of talk about it. I already kind of mentioned about what I'm looking at. We're looking at reviewing Sonic Superstars, a couple Lego sets, plans to review I might do Metal Gear. We'll see. We'll see if we want to go down that road of reviewing Metal Gear Solid games. I don't know about that one. There's a lot of stuff involved in that one to get in a rabbit hole of some of the topics within those games. But anyways, yeah, so next year we're going to keep rocking it out with the AJ show. We'll see where we go for Zelda month. Next year, looking at doing Bloodstained for Halloween next year. Next year's Christmas holiday specials. I may do 2 next year. I haven't decided exactly what yet. I don't want to set things in stone. So yeah, just be looking for new content coming up here within the next month. I'm going to take the month off and chill and create things and just ready to hit it off in February. So we'll see you guys back here on the AJ show in February. Since I'm going to take a month off, let you all know up front. May post a couple things here and there. I want to take a month off in February, till February. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Wish you all the best in 2024. Stay safe out there. And take care.